Welcome back, everybody. LevelMDiecast. We're giving you our first update on the Room 164 move, the collection move, the Project Level M. We're just going to go with Project Level M. I think that'll work. So this will be episode 1. Just kind of give you guys an overview of where we're at. So here is the collection room. You can see I took down the carnies there. Yes, I just had a frame built and they were covering a window because you don't need that window anyways. But it'll, be utilized for the new purpose of this room, which will be not for the collection. Started taking down the oak displays. See that all that was mini GT. So I spent a lot of time boxing up. There's a lot of mini GT. I literally had to go through and put every single one back in the box, which was just a nightmare, especially with the trucks. Putting those back in the boxes is just not a simple task. But there you go. That's where they were. So we've taken down 5 cases thus far in here. And then those will go upstairs. We'll get up there in a minute and I'll show you guys kind of what's going to go on with those. This is room 164 here. It doesn't look like there's all that much done, but I assure you when we get upstairs, there's a lot of cars that were moved. So this whole section's been taken down. All the cases taken down, cars taken out, all that kind of stuff. I bought out like 3, maybe even 4 Hobby Lobbies of those Jabber cases. I got a whole bunch more floating around and stuff like that I've been putting the cars in. Obviously, this is going to be the biggest debacle here is the green light wall. So let's get a little bit of light in here. A little bit more light. So obviously, the way this is going to work is we're going to put cases up upstairs, a couple cases, and then empty that out, empty that out, empty that out, empty that out, until I run out of cases, and then I can take all those cases off the walls, take those upstairs, mount those, and then so on and so forth. Empty case, empty case. I am going to have to rebox up all the Atomicas, which is going to be a disaster. This majorette display that I built is actually covering a window. There's a window behind there because we don't need windows in the basement. But that one will also cover a window upstairs when we get it done and out. But man, taking all those trucks out of there is just going to be a nightmare. And then of course we have the real working rig shelf display and then the Ram shelf display. So these ones will be a little different. I plan on having these sit on like shelves or sitting on display cases like the glass case I have in the other room. They're not going to be wall mounted. Even these ones are not wall mounted. They just sit on this little ledge I have down here. So they sit on the ledge. And then there's an anchor just to make sure they don't fall off of the wall. Got a mess here from some recent videos, cracking stuff up and ripping stuff open. I got to clean that up. It's just been a debacle. So this room is just destroyed. But the studio's cleaned off, so I have some stuff on tap. Those are those tarmacs I just finished up. Let's see, what's some stuff we got on tap. We're going to be taking a look at these. These are these Tonka Chrono Q, basically, is what they are from the 80s. Picked up some of those. We're going to take a look at those. In the near future, we're also going to be cracking open these Sparkies that I have not quite got to yet. So we do have stuff on tap, but definitely needed to bring you the update on the Room 164. Got to pull all these anchors out. This whole room's got to be cleaned up, painted, all that kind of stuff. This is going to be the new dwelling for Level M. Upstairs, well, you'll find out what upstairs is. It's just, I'm trying to figure out how to utilize the most wall space upstairs, and I think when we get up there, you guys are going to think I did a pretty decent job as far as the space I have to work with, because we have to work piece by piece, which is kind of a pain in the butt. But I've been boxing stuff up, just getting stuff kind of set to the side. I have plans for these shelves, which I'm pretty stoked about. Those are all the glass shelves that go in there. The thing I'm worried about the most is these big glass cases. There's a pretty good kink upstairs. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the bigger ones in there or not. The little one will go in there for sure. I think this one might go in there just because it's skinnier. But this one, unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to go in there, and that thing is packed. I have so much stuff in there, it's ridiculous. So, yeah, that's kind of where this room is down here. So let's go ahead and take a trip upstairs and see what's up there. All right, guys, here we are in the work in progress, soon to be new room 164. So essentially, we're just starting on the one wall. And, you know, where the cars are right now, it's probably going to change, like as far as like what's in there. But I just had to fill those up so I can, you know, keep filling up those cases to keep bringing up more. So these bigger cases are going to go along this wall here, all along there, and everything else that's behind me is going to come out. That's, you know, this is where Level M dwells. For right now, this will be room 164 when we're done. But I got all the acrylic cases down here on the bottom. This is all the race car stuff. Looking pretty good. Expanded it quite a bit. Not really room for expansion, but it is much bigger than it was. I intentionally left a gap so that I can put the ID cars in there. These are all those Mascari cases. You know, I got some of them used, so like that one has a melted edge on it. But this is just kind of where it's going to be. Like I said, this stuff will change at some point in time as far as like what's in there. But for now, that's kind of where I just set what I have. Nothing's really changed as far as what's in the collection. Some stuff was in some jammers cases, so I took that stuff out, kind of just put it up. Just sorted by model. It's mostly Hot Wheels, this whole wall. Mostly. Not entirely, but mostly. And then this is just kind of a mixed case. Got some Chargers in there. And then on this corner here, this is also where I put those bigger black cases, or nicer black cases, I should say. Again, spaced it all for IDs. Those are all my Chargers and stuff. Chargers and all that good stuff like that. And then around this, on this corner here, I put a couple more cases. This is where some Major Ed is. It's going to be some pretty poor lighting right now, guys. I do apologize. Through and through, of course, again, spacing it for the IDs. Plus, you know, with these acrylic cases, you know, you have these hinges and can't really put them on top of each other anyways. They got to be spaced. But then behind the wall here, or behind the door, we have even more. So that's all Hot Wheels again. Mainly trucks and stuff like that. You know, military equipment, that kind of stuff. Again, just, you know, kind of putting them there for now. That's just kind of the way it worked out. So it looks pretty good. So, of course, you walk in the door. We have this whole wall is good. I will be putting a small shelf at the top, so I could put the M2 trucks at the top. So I'm going to utilize that space for sure, all the way around, more than likely. And then, like I said, these wooden cases here are going to go up here, and then they're going to go all along the wall, for as many cases as I have. And we'll just kind of see how it goes. This room's a little bit of a disaster, but I am making some huge progress. We've moved about 1,500 cars so far, which is pretty good. So let me know what you guys kind of think about the progress thus far, and let me know, you know, if you guys have some suggestions or whatnot. When I start putting these cases up, I'll do the next part and kind of go over just mounting those and things like that, and filling them up and spacing them and all that good stuff. But all these cases are straightforward. They're all individual slots. There's nothing to change, nothing to modify, nothing to measure. You just put it on the wall and you anchor it and you're good to go. So there you go. That's kind of what I've been doing. Sorry for the lack of videos, guys, but you know, it's been a little bit busy. It's a little bit more involved than even I anticipated it to be, even though I figured it was going to be involved. Still going to have to figure out the lighting. The lighting is definitely going to be an issue in this room for sure. But we'll see what happens. This whole room is definitely a work in progress. As you can see, I don't even have any trim around the doors. So we got a lot of work to do. So we're going to roll out. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. LevelMDiecast. Peace.